Hi friends, how are you? This is Mayla. I'm back with another video. This is Saturday morning, early Saturday morning. Oh, my watch is not even charged. I said I was going to put my watch on so I can count how many steps I had while I'm out in the garden and it's dead. But anyway, it is about 8:30 Saturday morning, March the 21st, and I'm happy to be out in the garden. We're going to do some things in my front garden bed. I have some hydrangeas that I need to plant, 4 across the front and then 1 on my side yard. And then we're just going to clean up some of these perennials. Clean up some of these perennials. My hostas are starting to emerge, so I'm going to sprinkle out some of the what I do every spring. I sprinkle out some of that snail and slug bait because they will get at your newly emerging hostas. So yeah, we're just gonna spend a little bit of time in the garden today, and then I'm gonna get the blower out and get out some of all of these leaves that have collected underneath some of my bushes and things over the winter time, and just kind of clean it up a little bit up here. I've already done a little bit. A couple of weeks ago I came out without the camera. I actually came to get a package off my front door, and I just said, oh, let me get my pruners and prune back a few things. And they end up spending like an hour and a half out here. But we're gonna do a little bit more today, and so I'm gonna bring you guys along with me. I'm gonna go ahead and get everything out that I need, and we're gonna get started. All right, come on. It took a while getting everything out here, and now we're going to go ahead and start setting up and get started. So let me explain my plan for today. What we're going to do for right now is we already have 3 of the hydrangeas here. 1, 2, and 3. These are the firelight tidbits, and then I have 4 more that I purchased back last summer, and it was too hot to plant them, so they were really small quart size, so I potted them up and said I was going to plant them in the fall. Well, never got around to it in the fall, so I overwintered them in a protected area, and they are starting to bud up and put out some green growth. So we're going to plant these, keep the line going, the hedge going here across here. We're going to remove that bench, and then I am going to, not sure if I'm gonna do it today, but the plan is to take these 3, can't think of the name of them right now, I'll post it on the screen. We are going to dig them out, and we're going to move them back with the green ball arborvitaes. So it's going to be it'll be one that'll move here, this will move where the bench is, and then that one will move on the other side, and then we'll have to dig out some of these that are in the way and move them somewhere else. And then the Helen Von Steen lamb's ear are going to be in a hedge all across the front here. And we've got to clean up these as well, because these have grown, and this one has like grown into that and created like a little spot right there. So we got a little work to do. And then I have one more hydrangea that I need to plant over on my walkway side. So let's get to it because we got quite a bit to do today. All right. So this is what I've done so far. We moved the bench. I had to dig out these euphorbias so that I could move that one there. And then I dug that from here and moved it back to that empty space where the bench was there. And now for this one, I'm going to dig this one out. And then I have to dig out some of those euphorbias so that I can put this one right there. And then I want to plant my other hydrangea on the walkway side. I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to planting all of these. I have 9 Helen Von Steen lamb's ear that I want to plant in the front. Hopefully we can get that done if I stop talking and get to it. All right. Alright guys, the day has finally come to an end. It is 2:58 in the afternoon and I have been outside since about 8:45, so about 6 hours. You see I have a tan going on. My face is like red and tan. I'm tired. I have not been in the house not one time since I came out here. I've been talking to my neighbor, then my husband came home, talked to him for a little while. And so I'm going to turn the camera around, show you guys what I was able to get done. I actually got a lot done today. Not as much as I wanted to, but I got a whole lot done. So let me turn the camera around and show you guys. All right. Now my battery on my camera died. I just didn't feel like going inside to get the new battery. So we're on my phone. Let's let this car pass by. We were able to really do an overhaul of my front bed. Everything that I did not get done in the fall that I wanted to do. The only thing we have left to do in this front bed is move my hinoki cypress, my slender hinoki cypress tree. We're going to move that up in between the two Paul's Gold, and then I'm going to get my rainbow Japanese maple and put back there. But I don't have the Japanese maple yet, so we're gonna hold off on that for a little while. I think I might go ahead and move that up while it is still spring before it gets too hot, until I find the Japanese maple. That when I find the Japanese maple, I can just go ahead and pop that in the ground. But and let me show you what we got done today. So all of my fire chief Arborvitaes, it was 3 of them. They were up here. They were too big to be on the very front of the row, so I decided to move them back. And so we have the fire chief Arborvitae, fire chief Arborvitae, and fire chief Arborvitae. You know, they're kind of yellowish bronzy color and also green, and so they'll play off of the green Arborvitae balls. Then in front of that I have the row. They're hard to see because they're small little twigs now, but I have a row of 7 tidbit, the tidbit, oh shoot, it slipped I said it earlier, tidbit, can't think of the name of it, I'll put up on screen, but I have 7 of those. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These 3 were all out or planted last summer, so they're a little bit bigger. So we're going to have the row of small hydrangeas. These only get, I believe, like 1.5 to 2 feet tall. So hopefully they'll kind of like grow to where they'll kiss each other, and I have like a little hedge of that. And then in front of the tidbit hydrangeas, I have a row of my Helen Bunstein lamb's ear, and it starts, and some of them were really tiny because I overwintered them, so it's hard to really see, but I started it right here in front of this bird bath. So there's one, there's some leaves around it, there's 1, 2, I got them like every 3 feet, alternating in between the hydrangeas. There's one there, because I didn't have enough of the new ones, and then a couple of my new ones died, so I just kind of took a little bit from my big ones and transplanted it. It's there. That's an old one. I took some from here and planted it there. That's an old one. That's an old one that I cleaned up. Then come across here on this side. That's one. That's an old one. These 2 were old. That's an old one. And then I planted 1 there, 1 there, and 1 there. Those 3 are very tiny. It's hard to see. Then I come around over here. Oh, I forgot to water this. I gotta water this hydrangea in. Over here, you see the other 3 are bigger. This one for some reason died last year, so I dug it up, I bought a new one, and I overwintered it, and so that's a newer one. Of course it's smaller, but in a year or 2 it'll meet up with them. So we still have a ton to do. I am not done by any stretch of the imagination. We still have to make our rock bed. I gotta lay my landscape fabric, put my black rocks here. Gotta do the 2 rings around my trees in the front. We have to, it's just a lot, a lot to do. Like I said, this is just the beginning, and I'm tired now. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm rambling. Ready to go in, get a big tall glass of ice water, and rest for the rest of the day. So with all of this, I want to thank you guys for coming along with me today, and just seeing the work that I have done in my front flower bed, my Japanese maple bed. Like I said, I need to cut back these little petalums. These are purple daydream. I need to cut those back, just kind of trim them up a little bit. I've already pruned and cut back my Japanese maples, so they're good. They're already leafing out, but we got a lot more to do, so more to come. Stay tuned. Click the bell if you haven't, so that you don't miss any of my videos. And I want to thank you guys, whether it is morning, afternoon, or evening when you're watching this. I hope you're having a good day, and enjoy the rest of it, guys. Bye bye.